Hello and welcome to Rathod Science Academy. So in earlier classes, we discussed about an overview of Anthropology Paper 1 syllabus. So in this class, we are going to see an overview of Paper 2 syllabus of your Anthropology. So many students are in dilemma like whether to opt for Sociology or Anthropology. So in earlier classes, I already clearly said what is the difference between Anthropology and Sociology. Sociology is about current context. Anthropology is about past. So this anthropology is mostly static and sociology is mostly dynamic. Okay, so in our earlier class, I said about even how the paper will be. So how many chapters are there for section A and section B? So let us have a small recap as well. So in anthropology, you have two papers, right? So paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 and paper 2. So what is the difference between paper 1 and paper 2? So paper 1 is general anthropology. But this paper 2 is about India. It is purely related to your Indian anthropology. So whatever the thing that you are studying here, it will be related to India. Okay. And as you all know that paper 1 is for 250 marks and paper 2 is also for 250 marks. Total, we have 500 marks for your optional. Okay, so in paper 1, you will be having section A and section B. So how many chapters you have in your paper 1? There are 12 chapters. So in section 1, you will be getting first 6 chapter, and in section B, next 6 chapters will be the syllabus. And if you take in this paper 2 also, we have section A and we have section B. So in this section A and section B, so we have normally four questions, and you have to write overall how many questions? 5 questions out of 8 questions. And the first question and the fifth question are compulsory. Okay. Okay, so how many chapters are there in your paper 2? We have just 9 chapters. So out of this, we will be having 5 chapters here and 4 chapters here. 5 chapters are related to society here, that is socio-cultural anthropology. Socio-cultural anthropology in the section A, and section B, it is from 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th chapter. It is related to tribes, tribal India. So entire section B is related to tribal India, and section A is your socio-cultural anthropology, that is from 1st chapter to 5th chapter. So I hope you got some idea now. So let us see exactly what are these 9 chapters and what you are going to be expecting from these 9 chapters. Okay, clear? So here let us see the syllabus. Syllabus is very simple. I make it as simple as possible so that you will be not getting afraid by seeing the syllabus. So as I said, we have 9 chapters. So first chapter, it is about Indian archaeology. So whatever the chapters from 1 to 9 you are reading, see it is related to India. So in this chapters also you can see this word, particularly India. So Indian archaeology, Indian demographic profile, Indian society, Indian anthropologist, tribal India. So I want to make one thing very clear, it is related to India, and there is a high chances or scope of getting more marks in this paper 2 compared to that of paper 1. Okay. So in the first chapter, what you will be expecting? So you will be expecting about how this culture had been evolved in India, how the civilization have been evolved in India. So you will be studying about prehistoric culture. Okay, first you will be reading about prehistoric culture. So where you can get the idea or like clues of our prehistoric culture when we are studying about some sites. Those are like Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic, Iron Age. So you will be studying about ancient history part here. So the same thing that you study in your ancient history, again you will be revising in this first chapter. So after reading this lithic period or different stages, you will be saying about first civilization, that is IVC. Then your first chapter is done. So apart from this, in this archaeology, you have to study about fossils, right? Fossil evidences which we had found in India. So actually, you know that who are our ancestors? Apes, right? So what is the name that we use for apes in anthropology? That is Pithecanthropus. So Pithecanthropus is the name that we use for this apes. So here we will be studying about three important fossils of apes that found in India. So one is in Sivalix. So can you guess the name of that Pithecanthropus? That is Sivapithecus. So the ape fossil that we found in Sivalix is called as Sivapithecus. And one more ape which also found, ape fossil which also found in the same area, already we gave name Siva. So can you tell me one more name? Can you guess the name it is given for that another fossil? Friend of Shiva. So one more god. You can take Ramapithecus. So another name of fossil here is Ramapithecus. And one more fossil found in Narmada. That is called as Narmada man. Okay, Narmada man. Sure, there will be one question from these three, at least one question every year in your paper 2. Okay, so this is the most expected part. So we'll be seeing about even fossils. And one more interesting area in this chapter here is ethnoarchaeology. Okay, so ethnoarchaeology. So what is this ethnoarchaeology? It is nothing but we are studying present Indian societies. Why? We have to understand how the past they behaved. For example, if you are studying any family which is using the stone tools, then we will be getting some clues like how our earlier people they used to use that stone tools. That is called as ethnoarchaeology. We are studying the present societies to understand how past might have behaved. That is called as ethnoarchaeology. You will be studying these three things in this first chapter. First one is you will be studying about sites, and you will be studying about IVC. Next one will be different fossils, that too 3 fossils which are found in India, and next one is about ethnoarchaeology. So by this your first chapter will be done. And let us see the second. Second is about demographic profile in India. So it is related to our Indian society. So this topic especially you will be studying in your Indian society as well, Indian society and social issues. So you will be studying about population of India. You will be studying about what is population density, what is skew sex ratio, and you have to see why sex ratio is increasing or decreasing in India. So what are the reasons behind that? What is this TFR? So what is this demographic transition theory? So all these part you will be also studying in your GS in one or other subject. Don't feel difficult. So it is very, very easy, this part, because you will be covering in other areas from your society. Okay, and next one is third and fifth chapter is about Indian society. So here you will be learning many things, and this also you had done somewhere in your society part for sure. So I think you know about this Varna system. So how many Varnas are there? We have 4 Varnas. It is also called as Chatur Varna system. So here you will be learning about Varna system. So which are those Varnas? We have Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. So other than this, we are also having like Dalits. Okay, so you will be studying about theories of origin of this Varna system. So how this Varna system had been originated. So what are the different theories who proposed them? Okay, and next one here is you will be studying about caste system. So which is rigid in India? Caste system is rigid. And here you will be studying about thousands of castes. So how they had been evolved, like what are the theories of this origination of this caste system, and why this caste system became very rigid. So if you see nowadays also, especially in India, changing of caste is very, very, very difficult. So even after marriage, so whenever, for example, let us take intercaste marriage for an example to make you understand this concept clearly. Okay, so there is an intercaste marriage. Okay, take example of myself. So I had intercaste marriage. So whenever intercaste marriage is happening, whether the caste of that so-and-so girl will be changed? No. So there is changing of gotra. There is changing of surname. So everything will be get changed, but caste is same. So there is no change of caste. But for the next generation, for my kids, whose caste will come? That is father caste. So for my kids, the changing of caste is happen, right? So here in India, especially, caste system is very rigid. There is no changing of caste even after this intercaste marriage. And if you see here, if you want to get caste of mother, you can get. Caste of mother you can get, but here we have to go to court to change this caste of mother, and there are some terms and conditions apply. So what are the terms and conditions? If father abandoned mother and children, so if the children is not getting any help or anything from the father, if that so and so child is entirely dependent on the mother or the mother family, so he can file a case, and if court give the permission, so the caste of mother will be given to the child. But it is a very difficult process in India. So that's why I'm saying the caste is a very rigid concept in India. So here you will be learning about Varna system, caste system, and even you will be saying about concept called as Sanskritization. Sanskritization, you will be studying about Westernization. Sanskritization is nothing but lower caste people, they will be imitating this high caste people. That is called as Sanskritization. And here you will be studying about Dvija system. Dvija is nothing but Dvija is nothing but double birth. That means at the time of birth, the first birth will be happens, and the second birth will happens at the time of Upanayana. And this Upanayana will happens in only Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. It is not there for Sudras. Okay, clear? And next you will be also seeing about one more important thing, that is Westernization. So how this Westernization, especially industrialization or like globalization, which is having impact on our society. For example, how the food habits are changing, how the way of dressing is changing, what about the transportation, everything that you will be studying about this Westernization. And not only that, so different religions came into existence, right? For example, Buddhism, Jainism, Christianity. So because of this Buddhism, Jainism and Christianity, what is the impact on Indian society? That is also very, very important concept. Not only this, you will be also studying about the same impact of Buddhism, Jainism and Christianism on tribals of India as well. Yes, this is very, very important. So, you will be studying the same concept from normal Indian society and as well as tribal society. And next important one is Indian anthropologist. You will be studying about 5 to 6 major Indian anthropologists like Vidyarthi, Majumdar, like that. And you will be studying about what are the studies they did and in which areas they studied and what are the highlights of their studies. That's it. It is very simple. It is not like that theories that you studied in the paper 1. Okay. And next very important topic is 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th chapters are related to tribal India. So here first in the 6th chapter you will be understanding basics of tribals. Who are these tribes? And you will be classifying tribes in India based on geography. For example, you will be saying like tribes which are present in northern part, central part, southern part, western part, eastern part, northeastern part. Okay, first one is based on geography. And next one is based on languages. So type of languages you are speaking. So here again we have different types. So here we have China, here we have Tibet, right? So earlier we used to have Tibet here and we have China here. So especially tribes which are present in this region, they have the intermixing of language of India and as well as China. Like that we have different types, like Sino-Tibetan language. For example, especially South Indian people or South Indian tribes, they will speak Dravidian language tribes, and Tibeto-Burman tribes, Indo-Aryan language, right? So based on the region and based on the language you are speaking, even we can classify the tribes. Okay? And next important one here is you have to see based on the religion. So based on the religion, okay. So based on the religions also you have different types: Hindu tribes, Muslim tribes, Christian tribes. So I want to give you one case study regarding the Christian tribes. So if you go to Indonesia, in Indonesia we have Sulawesi, right? So in that region, very rare culture that we can see in one tribe, okay. That tribe is called as Death tribe. So the name they got Death because they will live with the dead people. So they will preserve the dead bodies for the years. And in that tribe, they have different communities. 4 communities are there. In that tribe itself, some are nobles and some are like slaves. Okay, some different 4 types are there. So actually, the people belongs to this noble community. They will be storing this dead bodies in coffins in one cave. Okay, but if the people who are normal people like slaves, they don't have that much money, and even they are having like lavish death ceremonies. So even if any person dies, they won't cry. They will enjoy that ceremony because there is a belief that they are present with them itself, because they are storing the dead bodies. And even they will be doing ceremonies on every year, and they will be changing the clothes, and they will be cleaning them. And if they want to talk them, so they will bring that dead bodies, and they will be placing them, and they will be talking them, they will be offering food, everything. And they will not call that body as a dead body. They say that they call them with a name called as sick people. Okay, if there is any dead body in that house, that is called a sick house. Okay, so like that we will be seeing lots and lots of case studies regarding Indian tribes, and as well as tribes that are present in the other parts of the country in the case studies as well. Okay, and you will be saying about especially what are the problems, and that tribe name is Toraja tribe. Okay, I forgot to say. Okay, so we will be saying about problems of tribal people. So earlier, forests are their property, but now in the same area they are living as day wage earners because of land deviation policies, because of some exploitation which is happening for them. And even we have to say exactly what is the impact of this westernization on this tribal people, what is the impact of these religions like Buddhism, Jainism, and Christianity on these tribes. And you have to see about what are the constitutional safeguards. And especially these tribals, they will be having problems regarding lack of education, and lack of proper livelihood, and lack of skills, lack of proper health care centers or health services. So for that, how government is addressing those problems? Like recently PM Janman scheme is in use, and especially they are focusing on particularly vulnerable tribal groups. And you have to see what are the policies like Schedule 5 and Schedule 6 of Indian Constitution. Okay, like that you will be saying each and everything, and you have to see Zaza report, Saza report, and as well as Ministry of Tribal Affairs report. Every year they will be publishing, so that you will be getting the correct data regarding tribes in India, problems, schemes, policies, everything, so that you can write a very good answer. And believe me, so this paper 2 is more scoring than compared to that of paper 1, because you can represent many case studies here, and you can write more examples, more data, and as well as you can write good flow charts, everything that is possible in this paper to compare to that of paper 1. Okay, and syllabus is also very limited. That's all guys about this overview of syllabus, and we are going to start this anthropology course from 19th December 2024 onwards. And if you are interested in joining this course, you can contact us on the number which is displayed on the screen, that is 8074765513. And this course, it is for 3.5 months. Every day you will be having 2.5 hours from Monday to Saturday, and maximum the revision, at least 2 times of revision will be done in the class itself. And don't fear about after clearing of prelims, is there, I do have any time, so don't focus on that, because maximum revision will be happening in the class itself. And next one is, there will be 100% conceptual clarity for sure, and daily answer writing practice will happen on every Sunday. There will be revision test that happen in that week, and we're also going to see the previous questions as well. And the course cost is very affordable, that is 30,000 for online and 35,000 for offline. Okay, offline 35,000 and online 30,000 rupees itself. And one more thing here is, for sure, 100%, I'll be there to provide one-to-one mentorship also. If you have any doubts, there will be the doubt clearing sessions as well. Thank you so much, guys. And one more thing here is, I will be attaching the syllabus in this description box so that you can see or you can go through the syllabus once again. That's all, guys. If you like this class, please hit the like button, and please do share this class to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Rathore Science Academy. Thank you so much.